Hello everybody, welcome back. This is your tropical update for July 15th. We're currently watching Subtropical Storm Don over the central tropical Atlantic, as well as Hurricane Calvin, which will be making its way towards Hawaii here later this week. And so they need to monitor the progress of Calvin. As we can see here on the models, it'll be a weaker storm. In fact, probably only a tropical storm or tropical depression by the time it reaches Hawaii. But still something interests in Hawaii need to be on the lookout for. Calvin is actually already decreasing in strength as it makes its way off in that direction. And also we have Subtropical Storm Don in the middle of nowhere and likely no threat to land. Some extraneous surf perhaps in the island areas near Don, but outside of that, not really expecting anything. As we see on the impact map for the Atlantic, no areas of concern. Just Don kind of floating out there in the middle. We call that a fish storm. However, in the Pacific, I haven't shown this map in a long time because normally there's not a whole lot to talk about. But here it is, Hurricane Calvin, Category 2 at the moment in the Eastern Pacific. It'll make its way into the Central Pacific. That's that solid line at 140 degrees here in by Monday morning. And then it'll make its way towards Hawaii come around Wednesday. Again, it's going to continuously weaken. We'll take a look at that here in a second. And interests in Hawaii need to be monitoring this storm, especially, I would say, on the Big Island. That's where it would be strongest. Also, it's the biggest target. So in terms of area, how big it is. Also, looking at the European ensembles, as we can see here, some of these ensembles keep Don alive for the next couple few days. And then we start to see some activity with those tropical waves come the end as we enter the end of the month and then begin to enter August. That's when we're really looking at that main development region off the coast of Africa for potential development. And at the moment, that's all we're having. Nothing too crazy, and that's kind of expected for the month of July. As we can see here, though, many of the European ensemble members bring Calvin into Hawaii. Again, you can see it weaken from that yellow or orange down to the green, and then finally into the blue as a weaker storm. And you can see up in the upper corner there what those wind speeds mean, or what those colors mean and how they associate wind speeds. So again, nothing groundbreaking here with this storm, but still something we need to keep an eye on. Could bring a lot of rain, things like that, to Hawaii. Let's begin with Don real quick. The cone it basically goes north into cooler waters. If it survives that, then it'll go south and continue because it's heading back into warmer waters. At that point, no threat to land, still winds at 45 miles an hour. Don is a subtropical cyclone. Ignore that tropical alert. I didn't get rid of it. Also ignore that it says Invest 94L. That's what Don was earlier, was Invest 94L. And I was going to make a video and then decided against it because there's no threat to land. And now it's included in a video because Calvin warrants a video. Calvin warrants a video. As you can see, all of the Hawaiian Islands are inside of the cone at the moment. And the Big Island, definitely a major target for Calvin. Again, it's going to decrease in strength. You see those H's becoming S's. And then finally, at the end of those 5 days, a D. And in fact, not even a tropical cyclone at that point. For now, I'm keeping the risks at a minimal level. I expect that that will increase at least to a low. So that's the green color, and perhaps even to the next category up the slight. I believe the yellow category, giving it a 3 out of 7. But again, it's a little too early to tell all of the impacts that Hawaii will get. If any, really. I mean, it could dissipate early and they just get a couple showers and a little bit of rain, and that's it. But as you can see here, they're already calling for the earliest tropical storm force winds to arrive by Tuesday night, and that is local time. That's Hawaii Standard Time is all of the times shown on here are Hawaiian Standard Time. As we can see on all of the models as well, again, we're seeing that decrease in strength, which is good, to around tropical storm force strength by the time it would impact the Hawaiian Islands. And you can see many of the spaghetti models taking the system into Hawaii. Notably, though, lots of these spaghetti models are further to the south. However, trends recently have been going further to the north. That is more likely to impact the islands, although if trends continue that way, the storm will just head north of the islands completely. So that's something to hope for, I guess. But anyways, interest in Hawaii, need to continue to monitor the progress of Hurricane Calvin. Again, it's going to be a weakening system by the time it approaches Hawaii, but still something to look at. That's all for now. Chris Dixon, InfoWeather Media.